Good morning, everyone. I'm Jamie Nasol, and I'm about to discuss the mathematics of finance. Our first topic is all about card loans, credit card loans. So, credit card is a small piece of plastic card used by a financial institution or a bank that allows the cardholder to spend money through credit. So, credit is, ang ibig sabihin ng credit, is utang. So, ibig sabihin, bibigyan ka ng bank institution ng isang card na naglalaman ng pera. So, yung pera na yon, hindi mo siya totally pagmamayari. So, it means utang siya. So, ang use ng credit card is pwede mo siya maging payment of goods or establish ng mga services like tatanggap ka ng pera through credit card or other mode of payment. Cardholder may make cash advances if available based on their credit card application type. Pwede sila makatanggap ng cash kung applicable yung pagtanggap ng cash sa kanilang credit type. So, may mga meaning or may mga fees or charge na ginagawa ang isang bangko sa isang credit card holder. First is yung finance charge. Finance charge is the interest charge on your total credit if you fail to pay off your balance during the given grace period. So, yung finance charge, ito yung parang nagsisilbing window sa isang credit card holder. For example, nangutang ka, tapos hindi mo siya nabayaran on or before due date, magkakaroon ka ng interest pag magbabayad ka na. Next is yung late penalty fee. Late penalty fee is an addition fee that you need to pay for failure on your bill on or before due date. So, medyo similar sila ng finance charge, pero yung late penalty fee, ito yung fee na halimbawa may balance ka before na hindi mo nabayaran, is mag-a-addition lang siya sa current balance mo. Okay? Parang mag-add on lang siya kapag magbabayad ka na. For example, may late penalty fee ka before ka umutang ulit. So, pag nagkaroon ka ulit ng another late penalty fee, is mag-a-add lang siya. Next is cash advance fee. Cash advance fee is a charge when you make cash advance through your card, or you will charge a fee called cash advance fee. This is usually 5% of the amount withdraw. For example, nag-cash advance fee ka ng 5,000, tapos may bayad yun. Parang nag-cash advance fee ka ng 500, for example, tapos may 5% additional siya. So, ang 5% ng 500, complete natin, 500 times 10%, 5%. So, magkakaroon ka ng 25 additional fee. Yan. Kung makikita natin. Next po is over the limit fee. Over the limit fee is a charge when your credit application has been approved. The card user also get your credit limit. So, yung credit limit, for example, 5,000 ka lang, hanggang 5,000 ka lang. This is the maximum amount that you can spend through your card. Sometimes you exceed the credit limit. It happens you will be charged an additional penalty called over the limit fee. For example, meron kang credit limit ng 5,000. Tapos nag-exceed ka. Tapos yung babayaran mo na charge is, ang tawag doon is over the limit fee. Depende na yon sa mga bank institution kung magkano ang over the limit fee nila. Next is the annual fee. Annual fee is a fee charged by the card issuer annually. So, nagbabayad tayo annual dahil dun sa nagbabayad yung card issuer is ini-issuehan ka na magbayad annual. The amount varies depending on the card type you have. Some banks or financial institution does not charge the annual fee for the first year. So, ibig sabihin, parang libre yung first year mo. Or, otherwise, minsan, second year, 2 years, yan. So, next. Okay. Billing cycle. Billing cycle, ito yung parang process mo ng pagbabayad. Meron siyang 30-day window. So, example, may credit card ka and nabawasan yun ng, let's say, sabihin natin ng 3,000. So, ang 5,000, ang 60% niya is 3K. So, sa isang bank institution na nagle-lend ng credit card is medyo off yun. Kasi almost 50% na yung nagagastos mo. So, pag hindi mo siya nabayaran on or before due date, magkakaroon ka na ng interest sa reporting cycle nila. So, madidiscuss natin yan later. For example, ito may given tayo dito. Ang balance mo is 50K. Tapos, sabihin natin kinuha mo siya lahat. Tapos, binayaran mo siya 50K din. Wala kang makukuhang interest kasi binayaran mo siya ng buo. Ang cost niyan is pwedeng tumaas yung credit score mo and makautang ka pa ng medyo malaki. Tapos dito naman sa second illustration is ang nangyari dito parang part by part mo siya binabayaran. So for example, 50K ang balance mo, tapos umutang ka 50K yung balance mo, tapos binabayaran mo lang siya is 2.5. So 5% lang siya ng balance. Di mamaminus siya, no? Tapos magkakaroon ka, dahil nga hindi mo siya nababayaran ng buo sa isang cycle, magkakaroon ka ng interest. So 50K minus 2.5 equals 4,750. Okay. Tapos dahil ang usapan is meron kang 3% interest, 3.5 times 3.5 times 3.5 equals 4,700 times 3.5. Okay, tama yung sa illustration. 1,662.50. I-add lang siya ngayon sa remaining balance mo. So, i-add lang siya sa remaining balance mo. So, for example, dito sa ating billing cycle 2, and yung first billing cycle 1 mo is, yung balance mo is 49,162.50. So, ito na yung magiging balance mo sa billing cycle 2. So, Ganon ulit, nagbayad ka ng 5% ng balance, and yung 5% ng balance netong 49,162 is equivalent to 2,458. So, ikakaltas yung 2,458 dito sa balance. So, ang remaining balance mo is 46,704. May interest ka since hindi mo siya nabayaran ng buo. So, ang 3.5 interest na itong remaining balance mo is itong 1,634. So, i-add mo siya ulit dito sa remaining balance, kaya nakuha itong 48,339. So, ganun lang din ang concept hanggang sa matapos yung billing cycle. So, tingnan natin dito sa total. Yung total ng payment mo is 12,088. So, yun lang yung total payment mo. Tapos, ang interest mo naman is 8,038. So, makikita natin na dahil sa hindi nababayaran ng buo, yung balance is palaki yung binabayaran. Kasi kapag hindi mo siya nabayaran sa bago mag-reporting cycle ang isang bank institution, is mas lalo kang mababaon sa utang. Kaya ang advice ng mga bank institution na kapag magka-credit card ka is to make sure na mababayaran mo siya on or before the reporting cycle, kasi para hindi siya magkaroon ng interest. So, magpo-proceed po tayo sa ating next topic, and see you po.